Hi, everyone. I'm Keith Mathis, an ATP with Project Management Institute. Welcome to 7 Minutes to PMP Mastery. In this series that we're doing, we want to focus on different aspects of the PMP. And so within 7 minutes, I want to be able to talk to you about the PMP and give you some details. And so we'll have different topics for each video. Today, we're going to talk about, do you need the PMP to help you in your career? So here's some reasons why people discount the PMP certification. If you're in the workplace, you already know that some people are very negative about PMP. Most of the time, the people who are most negative are those who either could not pick up the PMP or they're fearful of taking that test. And I get it. I'm a nervous test taker myself. So one of the things that you have to look at in the discounting the PMP is that tests do not guarantee a person's a good project manager. And I think every project manager out there would agree to that. Just because somebody passes a test does not mean automatically that they're a great project manager, but it does mean that they understand the concepts of project management. It does. You do understand that they have had exposure to different types of ways to do this, some good practices that are out there. Also, a significant time commitment to study for it. The PMP is a tough certification, no doubt about it. I got mine in 2006, and like I said, I'm not a good test taker, so it's spent a significant time studying for it. But as you attend boot camps, that's going to help you be able to jump through the hoop easier and faster and be able to focus on it. Certification must be maintained with extra hours. There's some truth to that. If you get a PMP, you're going to be picking up 60 PDUs, is what they call it, every 3 years. And so that keeps you updated. The way we run projects today is far different than we did in 2006 even. We run traditional very similar, but when you look at Agile and Scrum, and you look at now the introduction of AI into all of this, it's going to change the dynamics of everything. The cost of the training, the tests, the maintenance. A lot of times people are very negative on putting money back into themselves. So let me speak to those of you who are going to be paying for this yourself. You have to look and take control of your career yourself. You have to decide, I want the credentials so that I've got other options. Now, nothing guarantees that because you have a PMP that people will hire you, but I will say significantly since 2006, we see people in our boot camps who did not get picked for certain jobs because of the lack of credential. Having the credential just allows you to be able to check another box when they're interviewing you and they're looking at your resume and they're trying to decide either to hire you or they're trying to decide whether or not you should be the head of the PMO or whether or not you should take on the larger project. So the cost of training can be significant and the test is significant. We'll talk about that in other videos on what the cost of the test will be. And then maintenance. You're looking at 60 PDUs. Now let me talk about maintenance for a moment. Maintenance is one of the easier things for you to be able to stay up with. And the reason is because, for an example, if you're with us and you're working with the Mathis group, then what happens is we do a webinar every month, a free webinar to help keep our people updated. Plus, you're going to be a member of PMI. PMI sends you a link to their free webinars. And so between the two and the work you do in your local chapter, you're not going to have any trouble on the maintenance. So the thought that this is going to cost me thousands of dollars to maintain this thing is really not a real issue. If you stay up on it, you watch some of the videos and webinars, you're going to be fine keeping your maintenance up, and you're going to be on the cutting edge for project management. Also, reasons for the PMP. Here are some of the reasons that people have said in attending the thousands of people who've gone through our program over the years. Greater career opportunities. Nothing guarantees that you can, with a PMP, you're going to get every job. That's not, I don't think that's realistic for us because some people are looking for very precise skill sets, okay? But it does give you an opportunity to where that's not going to rule you out automatically because you don't have the PMP. And that has happened over the years for many people in our group. Higher earning potential, PMP, you can go to the PMI website and they do surveys every year. And so there is a significant earning potential for people who are credentialed. It gives you credibility. It gives you professional respect because of it. Structured project management thinking in both waterfall and agile. And of course, if you don't know that, the new test, all 50% of the test is on waterfall, 50% is on agile. And so it allows you an opportunity to be able to be respected really on both sides of this. There's global recognition. This is an international certification. Stronger problem solving skills because everything about PMI takes you through how to do it from a good practice standpoint for traditional. But on the agile and the scrum side, you've got the flexibility to be able to solve problems with your team and with interaction and feedback. Expanded professional network, you're going to be connected to 1 million people who have this credential worldwide. And then a commitment to professional growth. You're going to look at how can I grow faster and better and be able to be in a better position to help my customers, my client, my boss. Now, the PMP exam changes in July of 2026. So if you're watching the video today and it's after July of 2026, the exam has changed. But what we know about it, every time they change the exam, the last change was in 2021. They did 3 additional tweaks to the test, and it changed how the content was delivered. And so that's what we get into as well. So in July of 2026, the exam will change. We expect it to do the same. They will have additional tweaks. So material comes from PMI. If you're an authorized training partner, which replaced the REP program, the material, we purchase it from PMI now. We no longer write the material. And so the PMP exam is no longer over PMBOK 7 and 8th edition. That's a bunch of silliness. If you see that advertised, the people don't know. Since 2018, PMBOK has not been the major driver of the PMP exam. And I know what the advertisements are out there. I know what Facebook is, but look and see, are they a PMP? If they are a PMP and also if they're an ATP, they are not presenting their own course. They're going to be presenting what PMI has, and they'll be purchasing that course through PMI for you. So the PMP exam is based on the curriculum put out for ATPs to purchase from PMI. We're mandated to buy that material now. So that's how you can know whether somebody's really an ATP. 2026 free mastermind classes. This does not prepare you for the test. This helps you with your documentation. This helps you be able to get all of your information all lined up, your documentation, and understand a little bit. We do a couple of Zoom calls and allows you an opportunity to take some PMP caliber tests, and it helps you to have the opportunity to see, what you're getting into with the PMP. All of these are free. Plus, we do a drawing on these to where we'll do a drawing and give one person a scholarship for each mastermind group. So we have 3 that are free. January starts next week. So if you're watching this, get in there and you can be part of this. And then May and then September. All of those are free. You get 5 PDUs for being part of it. Plus you get discounts on coming to the boot camp if you decide to do that. And then also the virtual PMP exam prep boot camps. We do virtual PMP exam prep boot camps every other month. And so it is a live PMP boot camp. We run right now about a 97% first time passing rate with 99% out of 3. Now you might think 97%, that's not that great. PMI continues to advertise 60% of the people will pass the exam the first time. And so a 97% is an extremely high percentage compared to what is advertised as the typical first time passing rate. But we do it every other month. I'm the one who teaches it. So if you like being in there, I'm going to be the one to teach it. I'm going to be the one who works with you and coaches you through this. And so take a look at that on our website as well. And then let me close out with this. So if I can help you in any way, you've got an 800 number here for you to come back to. We're the Mathis Group. We are an authorized training partner with PMI, and that's our website. Notice it's the Mathis Group. If you just put in Mathis Group, you're going to go to a construction company someplace down in Texas. So contact us if you need some help or some information, and we'll be glad to help you. Bye now. I'll see you in one of our boot camps.